Le Séraphin, where reality blurs. The Le Séraphin Museum, a place where the past and present intertwine. A Parisian sanctuary of art and history nestled in the heart of the city. Whispers followed you through its hallowed halls, stories of the supernatural echoing through time, legends whispered in hushed tones, tales of spirits and shadows. Some dismissed them as mere folklore, but some knew better, sensing the truth behind the myths. The museum housed artifacts with curious pasts, each with its own story to tell. Objects whispered to have witnessed the unimaginable, touched the ethereal, bridging the gap between worlds. None were as intriguing as the collection of antique mirrors, each one a portal to another time. Each held a gaze into forgotten times, whispered to steal glimpses of souls, capturing moments lost to history. Among them lay the treasure of Le Séraphin, a magnificent 17th century mirror, a masterpiece of craftsmanship. Its ornate frame, crafted from silver and ivory, hinted at a history as intricate as the secrets it held, a silent witness to centuries. Little did anyone know, the museum was about to become the stage for an extraordinary event, one that would defy explanation, one that would blur the lines between reality and the realm of the supernatural, forever changing the way we perceive the unseen. Dawn broke over Paris, casting a golden hue over the Seine. But inside the Le Séraphin, darkness lingered. The museum lay in stunned silence. The unthinkable had happened. The pride of Le Séraphin, the 17th century mirror, had vanished. The authorities were baffled. The security system, state-of-the-art, remained untouched. No signs of forced entry, no fingerprints, nothing. The disappearance defied logic, leaving behind an eerie emptiness. The air crackled with unease. The whispers grew louder, swirling around the empty display case. It was as though the mirror had never existed, leaving behind a void in the very fabric of the museum. An unnerving silence settled over Le Séraphin, the silence before a storm. Detective Arthur Reed, a man of logic and deduction, scoffed at tales of the supernatural. His world was one of facts, evidence, and tangible proof. Yet standing before the empty display, even Reed felt a shiver crawl down his spine. The scene reeked of the impossible. No forced entry, no witnesses, no trace. The mirror had simply ceased to exist. The case was as perplexing as it was baffling. It gnawed at Reed, a riddle begging to be solved. Reed ran a hand through his hair, his gaze sweeping over the empty space. His eyes, sharp and discerning, missed nothing. This was no ordinary theft, this was something else. Something beyond the realm of the ordinary. Days turned into weeks. The investigation hit dead end after dead end. The missing mirror remained a phantom, its existence fading into whispers. But just as Reed began to doubt his own sanity, a curious package arrived. Inside, nestled in velvet, lay a shard of what seemed to be the missing mirror. It was cold to the touch, heavier than it looked. As Reed turned it over, his fingers grazed against an inscription, a cryptic symbol etched onto its surface. The symbol hummed with an energy that sent chills down Reed's spine. It was ancient, powerful, and entirely unfamiliar. This was no ordinary theft. This was something more. A mystery that went beyond the realm of the ordinary. This was a case that challenged everything Reed thought he knew. Section 5, the Mirror Syndicate emerges. The inscription on the shard led Reed to an antiquarian, Ilara, a woman as enigmatic as the object she studied. Ilara recognized the symbol instantly. It belonged to a secretive organization, the Mirror Syndicate. The Syndicate, she explained, was a group shrouded in whispers and shadows. They believed that mirrors were not just reflective surfaces, but gateways to alternate realities. Their goal, to unlock the secrets of these portals. But their motives remained shrouded in enigma. The Syndicate's involvement added another layer of complexity to the already baffling case. Reed found himself drawn deeper into a world where reality was fluid, and the line between what was real and what was reflected was blurred. The vanishing mirror was just the tip of the iceberg. Section 6. Reflections of Truth. Following Ilara's lead, Reed embarked on a quest that took him to hidden chambers beneath Parisian opera houses, forgotten libraries tucked away in ancient universities, and private collections guarded by secrets. Each location housed a mirror. Each mirror whispered of the Syndicate's passage. Each held a piece of the puzzle, a reflection of a truth hidden in plain sight. As Reed delved deeper, the line between the real and the reflected blurred. He began to question everything he thought he knew. Was he chasing a thief or something far more elusive, far more dangerous? The reflection in the mirror stared back, a stranger looking out, a reflection of the mystery that was consuming him. Section 7. Beyond the Looking Glass. As the investigation deepened, Reed learned of a legend, the legend of the Time Mirror, a mirror capable of manipulating time itself. A mirror capable of showing not just reflections, but glimpses of the past and the future. The legend claimed this mirror was not just a portal to other realities, but a bridge across time itself. The Syndicate, obsessed with unlocking the secrets of the universe, sought to control this power. Reed scoffed at the legend, yet deep down, a seed of doubt lingered. Could the Syndicate truly control time? The very notion seemed preposterous. Yet the evidence, the impossible theft, the cryptic clues, all pointed towards something beyond the realm of the ordinary. Following a trail of cryptic clues, Reed found himself before an unremarkable door in the heart of Paris. The air thrummed with an unseen energy. Behind this door lay the Syndicate's final puzzle piece, the Time Mirror. He could feel it calling to him, whispering secrets from beyond the veil of time. His hand trembled as he reached for the handle, his heart pounding against his ribs. He was about to step into the unknown. Taking a deep breath, Reed pushed open the door. The sight that greeted him sent a chill down his spine. He stood at the entrance to a vast underground hall, its walls lined with mirrors of every shape and size. In the center stood the Time Mirror, its surface shimmering with an ethereal light. The air within the hall crackled with energy, a palpable tension that seemed to vibrate through the very walls. Each step echoed in the oppressive silence, a haunting reminder of the solitude that enveloped him. Reed felt a presence, a chilling familiarity that sent shivers down his spine. Then he saw him, standing before the Time Mirror. His reflection stared back, older, wearier, eyes filled with a chilling knowledge that seemed to pierce through time itself. His future self turned, a sad smile gracing his lips, a smile that spoke of countless untold stories and unspoken regrets. "Don't fight it, Arthur," he said, his voice a raspy echo of Reed's own, filled with a wisdom that only time could bestow. The mirror shows the inevitable, not the impossible. It reveals the truths we often fear to face. The words hung heavy in the air, each syllable a hammer blow to Reed's understanding of reality. Terror warred with fascination as he grappled with the enormity of what lay before him. He was face to face with his destiny, a destiny reflected in the depths of the Time Mirror, a destiny he could no longer deny. The impossible had become undeniable, a truth that shattered his previous notions of reality. This was the moment where logic and reason shattered, replaced by the chilling reality of the Time Mirror's power. The future was no longer a distant concept, but a tangible presence that demanded to be confronted. The Syndicate, Reed's future self continued, his voice filled with a weary wisdom. They seek to control time, but time, Arthur, is a fickle mistress. She cannot be controlled, only guided. He gestured to the Time Mirror. This mirror, it holds the key to righting a terrible wrong, but the cost... He didn't finish the sentence. He didn't need to. Reed understood. He was being offered a choice. To use the mirror to alter time, to prevent a catastrophe, but at what cost? The silence stretched, broken only by the hum of the Time Mirror, a siren's call. The weight of the decision crushed him. To interfere with time was to tamper with the very fabric of existence. Yet, the alternative, the future reflected in his doppelganger's eyes. He couldn't let that stand. The next morning, Le Séraphin Museum reopened its doors to the public, the anticipation palpable in the crisp morning air. The stolen mirror stood in its place, as if it had never left, its surface gleaming with an eerie, almost otherworldly light. The authorities declared it a hoax, a publicity stunt gone wrong, dismissing the bizarre events as mere fabrications. But Detective Reed knew better. He had seen things that defied logic, things that haunted his every waking moment. He had stared into the abyss of time and seen the impossible, glimpses of a reality that twisted and turned beyond comprehension. The choice he made that night in the Hall of Mirrors remained his secret, a decision that weighed heavily on his soul. The details, lost to the swirling vortex of time, were fragments of a puzzle that seemed unsolvable. Had he averted disaster or merely postponed the inevitable? The question gnawed at him day and night. The answer, elusive as a whisper, remained locked within the depths of the time mirror, a riddle wrapped in enigma. The case was closed, but the questions lingered, unanswered and unsettling, like shadows in the corners of his mind. Detective Reed, forever changed by his encounter with the impossible, continued his work, driven by a newfound purpose. Forever haunted by the reflection of his future self and the knowledge that some choices echo through the corridors of time itself, he vowed to uncover the truth, no matter the cost.